What's the most incredible coincidence that ever happened to you? I still can't believe this actually happened to me last year. I was sitting at a red light after a 12-hour nursing shift when bam, this blue Nissan slammed into my back bumper. The impact pushed me into the intersection and nearly caused a pileup. When I got out, this guy comes stumbling out of his car, not drunk, just panicking. Mid-20s, wearing a restaurant uniform, dark circles under his eyes. He begged me not to call the cops. "Please," he said, voice cracking. "I just started this job, I'll pay you back." But my car was totaled. The back end was crushed and my neck was already hurting. That car was everything to me. My grandmother had left it when she passed last year. I had to call the police. The officer who showed up took one look and arrested the guy on the spot. No license, no insurance. I watched them put him in the patrol car. He wouldn't look at me, just stared at his shoes. I thought that was the end of it. Boy, was I wrong. For 6 months, I was stuck in insurance hell. The guy disappeared after someone bailed him out. My insurance wouldn't cover everything because of some loophole about underinsured motorist coverage. My medical bills piled up. The whiplash was worse than I thought. Couldn't work for 2 weeks. Chiropractor visits, physical therapy, pain meds, used all my sick days. Every morning I'd check my bank account and feel that knot in my stomach tighten. I was out $5,000, working double shifts just to pay for a rental car and make rent. I kept calling insurance, but they transferred me in circles. "We're still investigating," they'd say. Always excuses. The guy who hit me had vanished. His phone disconnected. The address on the police report was fake. The restaurant said he never showed up again after the accident. I called that police station 20 times. Each time, the officer sounded more annoyed. "We have limited resources for tracking down traffic offenders." I started going there in person, twice a week after my shift, still in scrubs. I'd sit in that cold waiting room with flickering lights, filling out the same paperwork. The desk sergeant, Officer Diaz, started saving me coffee. "Still no luck with Martinez," he'd say before I asked. My friends told me to give up. "It's just money," they'd say. But it wasn't just money. It was my grandmother's car. It was the principal. One Tuesday, after a shift where I lost a patient, I went to the station again. Officer Diaz actually stood up when he saw me. "You okay?" he asked. I just shook my head, too tired to pretend anymore. "Look," he said, lowering his voice, "talk to Captain Rivera. He might be able to help." One day, the desk sergeant finally said, "Look, you should talk to Captain Rivera. He might be able to help." The captain was this serious-looking guy with salt and pepper hair. His office had awards and family photos. A coffee mug that said, "World's Best Dad," sat on his desk. He motioned for me to sit and listen to my story without interrupting, just nodding occasionally. When I finished, he picked up his phone and said, "Jerry, bring me the Martinez file." Then he looked at me and said, "Give me a minute alone, please." I waited outside his office for what felt like forever. I could hear muffled shouting through the door. Suddenly, my phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello? This is Miguel from the accident. I'll have your money by tomorrow morning. All of it. I'm sorry for everything." I was shocked. I walked back into the captain's office and asked, "How did you do that?" "I've been trying for months." Captain Rivera just looked at me with tired eyes and said, "That man who hit your car? He's my son." I didn't know what to say. I got my check the next morning. Full amount plus the cost of my rental car.